Hey guys, I Jesse 101 here yet again, bringing you episode number 20 of my Football Manager 2011 complete Ipswich Town playthrough. In this episode, we'll be at home against Leicester City. Leicester have had a good start to the season as well as us. They are also in the top six, so it's going to be a tough game. I'm in no doubt of that. Sorry, that. So, they've got Yakubu up front, unknown from Everton as he was last season. So with a player like that up front, they're always going to have a good chance of success this season. But as I say all the time, our home form is fantastic, and hopefully that will be able to continue here against Leicester. But after 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, you can see Thomas Priskinet's an absolute belter. So he keeps proving me wrong. He keeps saying well, he doesn't say anything. It's a football game. He keeps doing good. I mean, he scored that hat-trick against Scunthorpe when we won 3-2. He scored a last-minute winner to complete his hat-trick. And then, like I saw, as you saw against Swansea, and I think another game after that, he pretty much missed an open goal. So he's very up and down, Thomas Briskin, pretty much the same in real life. I'm not sure where he's going to fit into the Ipswich squad this season, but I definitely think he's had Jason Scotland. I think we're looking to sell Jason Scotland, especially after getting Michael Chopper and Nathan Allington in. And Paul George have said that he is looking for a new striker as well. As of course we sold Connor Wickham to Sunderland, but he said he was looking for a new striker even if we did sell Connor. So hopefully with a nice bank balance that we have now, hopefully that we'll be able to get a good quality replacement for Connor, as he is going to be a huge miss, as he is a great player and he's going to be a star one day. I really believe that. Not barked or anything because he came through our academy. He's the next England number 9. I know people say Andy Carroll, but I think Connor's got the potential to be better than him. I really do. Even though they'll chuck the transfer figures out, yeah, Carroll sold for 35, Connor sold for 13. I think Andy Carroll is ridiculously overpriced. I think Liverpool panic buyed after selling Torres. They thought, okay, we have 50 million, spend whatever it takes to get a replacement as soon as possible. So that's my opinion on that. But pre-season has started. I've been watching Sky Sports News today, and they've had highlights from friendlies, which is really good to see some action again. I've really missed football. I mean, there hasn't been an Ipswich game since early May, so that's over 2 months now. We've had a whole of May, whole of June, and now the first week of July. But Ipswich fly off on their pre-season tour of Holland tomorrow. We play 2 games, one against FC Eindhoven and one against Den Bosch. The big news with Ipswich is that apparently on Monday we are going to sign Lee Bowyer on a free transfer. I assume a 1-year deal. He's 34. I'm really not sure what to make of it. I mean, he's got the experience. I mean, Ipswich have always been seen as a nice side, a fair side, a good side, but maybe not, and maybe a side that people like playing against, and we need to change that if we're going to get out of this division. So I think Lebo is definitely one of the people to do that. He will get stuck in the tackles. He will run. He will be box to box. He'll chip in with a few goals, and basically he won't give a shit if he'll dive in for tackles all day long. And maybe that's what we need. I mean, our last midfielders of the last few years have been nice, pretty, fancy passing, but not hard tackling. Grant Ledbetter had a poor season last year, but hopefully with Lee Bowyer being able to get into tackles, that'll allow Ledbetter to express his freedom more, be more creative. That's what I'm hoping anyway. We definitely need another centre midfield, because at the minute we've only got Ledbetter and Colin Healy and Luke Hyam, who's a young holding midfielder. They're the only centre midfielders we've got at the minute after Bullard didn't sign, and after David Norris left on a free to go to Portsmouth. So we're really lacking on centre midfields, and we're lacking on centre halves as well. Gareth McCauley left to go to West Brom. Troy Brown left to go Rotherham. Tom Eastman left to go Colchester. So at the minute we've only got Damien Delaney. Oh yeah, and Darren O'D left. He didn't sign. We didn't make his loan move from Celtic permanent. But yeah, we've got Damien Delaney. We've signed Ivar Ingemarson from Redden. I think that's a good signing on another free. Another experienced, hard tackling, big, good in the air. Centre half. So at the minute it's going to be him and Delaney. We've also got Tommy Smith as a young New Zealand international. I think he's going to be a great player one day. I really do. So I think we need to strengthen there as well, because M3 won't be able to cover the whole season for us, especially with Ingemarson, a 33-year-old. He won't be able to play all the games. But another interesting topic for Ipswich is the captaincy. Jewell hasn't announced the captain yet, after David Nars, who was our captain, moved to Portsmouth. I'm assuming that means that the captain hasn't arrived yet. I'm sure he's got someone in mind. Maybe Bowyer. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe it's Ingemarson. He's an experienced centre half. I'm sure he could handle the task of being captain. But my bet will be on Bowyer to be captain unless he brings in another experienced man, which I wouldn't put past Jewell. He seems to like the older guys to try and get things done. But we've got to have a balance of youth and experience, and I'm sure we'll have that. Ipswich have always been a club of letting the youth progress. I mean, we've seen that with Connor. Connor played most games. He played 25 games in a row or something like that for Portugal last season. We've got Josh Carson pushing through. He played a good amount of games at the end of last season and scored some goals. We've got Joe White, who's a young left back, who's apparently been interested in Newcastle and Arsenal, but luckily have signed his 2-year professional deal, so he's definitely one to look out for. We've also got Aaron Cresswell, we've signed from Tranmere. He's a 21-year-old left back. He's joined. We don't know about the fee yet because we have got to pay compensation to Tranmere. We couldn't agree that, so that will probably have to go to a tribunal. But it's a very young, exciting player. So he'll prove good competition for the experienced Kennedy. He's 35 now, 34, 35 now, I think. So it's always crucial to have a mixture of youth and experience. If you're too young, you won't. Well, they say you won't get anywhere with kids. Of course, that has been disproved in some circumstances, but on the main, it's true. And if you can't have a team through of old players because you won't have the stamina to play 90 minutes consistently. As they equalised there just after half time. Was it Yakubu? I'm not sure. No, it wasn't. It was Gallagher. So 1-1 just after half time, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, back to Ipswich. So we're signing 4 players now. Bowyer should make a 5. His agent on Twitter said Ipswich will have a exciting player next week. We all assume that's Bowyer. Apparently we're after a new keeper. Chris Kirkland's been linked. I think I'm happy with Fulop, to be honest. He does flap at corners and set pieces, but he does make some stunning saves. So I wouldn't be too disappointed if Fulop stayed and he was our number 1 next season. His contract is up in a year, so I'm sure that Paul Jewell won't want what happened with Norris and Macaulay to happen again this season, and Wickham with a cool finish. It's going to be such a shame not to have Wickham on the next Football Manager series to see how he progresses at your club, to see who you can sell him for how much. He's going to be at Sunderland, and I'm sure he'll be one of the hottest young players in the database. They normally do a pretty good job with the youngsters in the database, knowing who the actual real gems are for the youngsters, although I think they really underestimated Jack Wilshere. Yes, they made him a good player, but they made him more of a winger than a centre midfielder, which is really disappointing, especially when you're doing an England save and he just didn't come up to scratch. Even Connor in this year's game didn't turn out to much. Yes, he'll get a transfer to one of the big sides, to either Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal or Man United, but he doesn't turn out like world class, which I'm pretty sure he will do in real life. But yeah, so hopefully another sign on Monday. Then we've got the tour of Holland on Tuesday and the games were on Monday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday. Can't remember which one. But we're getting really close to the start of the season now. It's under a month now until the opening day. Ipswich have put details on the ticket of the first game of the season. That's when you know you're getting close. They've put the details up for the Bristol City game. They haven't put how much the tickets are yet, but they have put up the coach fees. And the coach is really, when you're from Ipswich, that is what hits you. Every journey's a long journey. There's very few ones, so that's what's going to hit hard in the financial sense for going to most, or if not most of the away journeys. I'm hoping to go to 99% of them. If I miss 1 or 2 here or there, then I'll have to miss it. But hopefully I'll be able to go to most of them. As it's something I really want to do. I mean, I'm getting to that age now where I really want to start progressing with my support of the club. I mean, I'm planning on getting a tattoo about the club. I don't know, I'm sure a lot of you will think that's sad, but that's been something that I've really wanted to do. I would have done it already if I wasn't shit scared of getting a tattoo. I'm shit scared of needles, so I'm sure one day I will get it, and I'll probably post well, I don't know, I won't say that because I don't know. But this video is coming to an end, guys. Final score: Ipswich Town 2, Leicester City 1. Another great home win. We're on this fantastic run at the minute. So expect to see more Football Manager, more custom zombies, and more. If I decide to post this before, some Black Ops gameplay that Donby Blue is recording for me. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. A like would be appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later, guys.